Alright guys, welcome back to the show. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is late. I've had some technical difficulties getting this shit working, but we are here. We are ready to go. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Slow news day again today. It's a news show again today. Tomorrow, if the news is slow, I have something a little different planned that I want to do. But for now, Varane talks haven't really progressed. Looks like he doesn't want to force his way out. He wants to be respectful to the club, but obviously he's open to any challenge. And big one today is this guy's transfer. This guy's, what's the word? This guy's presentation. There it is. Alaba's presentation was today. He took the number 4. Nobody else really wanted to step up and take it. Somebody had to, because for La Liga rules, we have to have players from the first team between 1 and 25. We can't have him as 27, which is his usual number. But we move. He said himself he's not looking to replace Ramos. He wants to be his own dude. He wants to do his own thing. Is this light on me? It's okay. All right. So what I wanted to go over was, number one, his salary, which is going to be higher, obviously, because he was a free transfer, and that's kind of where the money will be made. I heard Goldbridge talking about it too, and I agree. A lot more players are going to be running down their contracts due to this reason. They can make more money weekly, or more salary in general. Instead of a transfer fee being paid to the club, he got a 20 million transfer fee for himself. So I can see a lot of players doing that. Obviously with Mbappe, I think that's what he's planning on doing, which means his salary will be incredible, which he deserves. We'll also pay him and his dad, who is his agent, their fees. If he doesn't come this summer, which is looking more and more unlikely, as we don't look to be making many moves. But Alaba is here. I wanted to talk about his wages, which are $250 a week. We were looking at wages yesterday, and the way that his wages add up, or compared to the other guys, are obviously higher than a lot of guys. I think there's only Hazard, Bale. I think it's only Hazard and Bale that are making more than him. We can look at it, I guess. We'll let this video go. I tried recording this video before, and naturally I started doing like the Marcelo impression on how he's talking to Alaba. Like, you can play a left backy, and I want to play a left backy, and that was terrible. But like, you can play left. Look. You're telling me that's not what they were talking about? Odegaard's like, you're going to give me lots of assists. This guy's like, hey man, I better not take my position. You look good, but I can make you look bad on the field, okay? Okay, listen. I play left backy, you play center backy. Hey, boss, listen. Boss, he's going to play center backy, okay? I want to play left backy. That's just how Brazilians talk, by the way. In real life. It's not just me. That's real life, guys. Anyway. He's versatile. Or he's a good signing because he is versatile, which is what I wanted to say. Because he can play 3 different positions. He can play center back proficiently. He can play left back, which is his natural position from when he started, proficiently. And he can play as a DM or even as a midfielder if needed. And I want to look at how that is important for the team and how he can improve the team. Because last year, if you can remember, we had a lot of injuries. It's not too hard to forget. It's not too hard to remember, and it's hard to forget. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I am sweating in this house because my parents don't believe in air conditioning. But we move. Where was I going with this? Right, so we had a game. We're over this. He looks good in the jersey. He's wearing number 4. Interview that I'm not going to care about. Casing the badge, which is always a good sign. Dribbling. Did he mess up any dribbling? Doesn't look like it. Got all his keep-ups down. That is good. Okay. Mbappe's plan is to run down his contract and join Real Madrid as a free agent. Hey, I'll do that. I'll take that. Okay, what I wanted to look at, I'm going to make this a small screen just because I'm going to go into my history and what I had, and I forget if I've looked at anything else. I haven't. What is going on here? Not this. I just had it. Come on. I think I found it. Yes, this is it. Okay, take a look at this, guys. Okay. This was a game against Getafe last season. This was the one I was referring to. Just look at our lineup. Or look at our bench, first of all. Toni Kroos, I remember, wasn't fit. He wasn't going to play. Benzema was only fit enough for the bench. And then Blanco and Arribas were the other two to come on. The only really two under... I've never heard of Pablo Roman. I'm sorry. Miguel Guti, obviously. Goalie. And Kroos was unhealthy. So... And in the starting lineup, we had Marcelo in a 4-back, which isn't ideal. We had Odriozola, which is our third or fourth choice right back at this point. Chust and Militao playing together. Chust, obviously unproven. We'll see how he can do. In the Copa, I wasn't really convinced by him. Still sweating like a damn pig. Militao is really the only one back here that can defend. I'm going to turn on my fan. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear it, but I'm sorry, I need it. Anyway, then Isco as a DM. So right here, these are 3 positions right here that ideally we wouldn't want either of these guys playing, and Alaba can fill these 3 positions. In a perfect world, it would probably be Chust on the bench for... Like in this scenario, it would be if we had Alaba, it would be Chust on the bench for Alaba, or we could play as a 5-back, Marcelo as a wing-back, Alaba on the left. Then we would have our 2 midfielders and our 4 forwards. That being said, I want to show how we fit into the team, which also, now I can go into my history because I know that there's nothing there, or nothing important anyway. It was right here. Is it going to remember me? Is it going to remember my squad? It's not. So, literally no point in doing that. Okay. First of all, this was the formation right here. Let's get this done quickly. Benzema. Hazard. This is just ideally. Come on. Marcelo. Modric. I should really have this stuff done, but it's okay. Now you can see what it's like to have Alex as a manager. Pick the team in 30 seconds. Team practically picks itself. Oh my gosh. Carvajal. There we go. Then we would have Nacho, Militao. That fan is hitting right now. I hope you guys can't hear it, and I hope it's not too loud. Mendy. And then Courtois we know is in net, so we don't really have to put him in. We have Alaba here. Just to show where Alaba can fit. For example, if for whatever reason we didn't play Alaba, I think ideally in this formation, Alaba would be playing first game just because Mendy is probably going to miss the first couple games. This is probably how they'll line up in the first game if Hazard's healthy as well. But I mean, just like the back line will probably be something like this. But let's just say Alaba on the bench, and we're using him as a backup. Casemiro has more than 2 yellows. Before that was an issue because we really didn't have anyone in that position. Now we have Alaba that can slot right there. Okay, Casemiro's injured. Mendy has a suspension. Alaba slots in here, and we could put someone like Valverde here. then this will always be kind of like that. So Marcelo can interchange there. We can have Alba playing as a DM if needed. He could play this position as well. I think that's what he played with Austria. I was about to say Algeria. No. He could play like that. He could play here. He could play here. And the 4-3-3, which I'm not sure what's more suited to him, but we'll just say if we're playing a 4-3-3, if I think this would be our starting lineup in a perfect world. Valverde or Asensio. Not Asensio. Asensio. Okay. Something like this. Obviously, Courtois our goalie. And looking at that, with Alaba, it's solid. We can definitely fight for titles. I think coaching this season is going to be a big it's going to be a big talking point, because either it can go really, really well or it can go really, really sour. Because we have a lot of players that are yet to fulfill their full potential. And by that I mean Vinicius on the left. We have Rodrigo. We don't know what their full potential is yet, because we've only seen them under Zidane's system. We haven't seen them under another system. Players like Valverde, if he can play on the right, he can play as a midfielder. Who else? Odegaard obviously can be playing this 10 position. I think that's going to be the big one. Jovic playing beside the striker if we play that with that 2-striker formation. And it's just going to be a fun little time, isn't it? So, with that being said, that's how I see Alaba's fit into the team. Is there anything else I wanted to touch on? Salary-wise, we know he's going to be above a lot of players in the team. Deserved, yes, because of his versatility, and obviously because he was a free transfer. Besides that, if there's no big news tomorrow, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a special video. Until next time, take it ace.